Okay, so this terrain is so steep, we're having to backtrack a bit, attempt to find a way down. Actually, not to get down to see the waterfall, even at this point, just to get down and actually continue the hike. Not something I went into a lot of times. I have this spot right over there, but that's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's low enough. We're actually going to hike down the falls itself here. I think this would be slick, but it's really not. Just have to be careful with your footing. And save just a little bit of walk. It's flowing a little bit here, yeah. It's a nice enough little boulder. Walk out on. Now down. The landscape we started out in. We're just following this little stream back down. Lower Falls is just ahead. And you see that people have been here before. Stacking little rocks up and whatnot. That's not a bad view. Really not a bad place to eat lunch. For lunch, you ask? Oh, chicken and dressing, of course. Perfect post-Thanksgiving meal. In the middle of the woods. Approaching the lower falls now. Kind of layered. Oh wow, what a beautiful little canyon. Oh. Oh, that's a nice falls. Walking this narrow little strip here. Look at all the little hidey spots. Ah, yeah. Let me pull this around here. Check out that waterfall. I thought it was the upper two that were the something nice. Seeing this thing in full flow would be just wild. So gorgeous stuff. See, let's put up a drop off, right? I'm just trying to find a way down to get to this falls. With a bluff on the other side here. That's a no-go. It's the easiest way down. Just a stair step your way along this, and then you got about a 3-foot drop right there. That's not too bad. That's the easy way down. Something you don't see in a lot of these videos. So that's when I came down. Start out up there. Boop de boop de boop de boop. And then that little hop down. Not too bad. And this is why you don't chance bluffs out here. Earlier I mentioned not wanting to get too close to the edge. You go from flat country to this stuff in a hurry. You don't ever know how deep these little tiny canyons are, and it's a long way to fall to the ground, especially out here. Gotta watch the bigger little creek here, one I won't name. If you know, you know. I've given the one big clue here that can tell you where this is in the video already. That's the way up. It's a super loose silt sand that's washed down where this creek floods. Oh, what a gorgeous creek this is too. With deep rich reds. Give another month or two, it'll turn blue. All the dissolved limestone. Great bluffs all the way down on either side. Have to make for tricky hiking though. Unless you want to hike through that. Very quickly back up here. Of course I'm needing to get downstream, or upstream rather. But thanks to the drought, I should be able to hike these little sandbars. And get pretty much wherever I need to go without too much hassle. It's only been a few other times I've seen the creeks this low in Bankhead, but it's neat to get out to little islands like this that you otherwise would have trouble getting to. I just wish these big old ferns were still green and you could see everything. But I found liverworts and all kinds of stuff up here, kind of on the top of this. So this may be one of those that truly stays an island most of the year. Got these neat little pools over here to the side. Maybe a way back up, but I gotta keep going that way. You can see that it floods. This is about waist high on me. So at some point in a harder winter, this is inundated about 3 feet of water. So you can imagine trying to push through a current. Well, you couldn't push through a current waist deep here, and you certainly wouldn't be out in the middle of winter. But it's neat how it cuts a little. There's a little ridge right here. There's almost a little channel. Let's see what lies ahead for us here. Looks like a gorgeous view nonetheless. You can see the power of water that moves through this place. It comes downstream. You hit this boulder. Look at these large trees that would have been washed. All of this washed from upstream somewhere. Impassable for sure. I love this gorgeous little spot. Look at this beech tree. Just stunning. This almost looks like steps coming down from the bluff here. Mentioned earlier, it's can be hard to find dates on old trees anymore at times. This one, December 21st. There's a 1917 date over here. This almost looks like 1910. Yeah, this top date is clearly 1917. Initials and things. This tree's been around a long time. You have to consider this tree hadn't been old enough when these dates were carved to hold them this long. So the carvings may be a little over 100 years old, but this tree is probably double that. Now we're up above the creek a bit. I'll show you around. There's that old beech tree with the carving. Little shelters far on up there. I'm not gonna go see. In wetter weather, you'd have a little falls that came through here for sure. And this bluff line continues on, and that's where we're following. It's leveled out almost unexpectedly and thankfully, honestly. It was gonna be interesting to figure out how to get downstream here. One reason I like hiking off trails so much, I talk about these old beech trees. How many of them are gone now? This one's recently gone. While it's moss covered and maybe too degraded, there's always a chance there was a carving or some little piece of history here that's now lost. I like being able to preserve what I can, document it all. And we've come to yet another dead end here. That water is too deep to ford down there. And this is suddenly a sheer cliff. Time to backtrack. Good old crane flower orchid. How can you tell? Well, there's not a lot of green leaves that pop up in the middle of winter. And these always have a purple underside to them. Crazy little corkscrew of a hemlock. It's growing up wild and free. All the different little fungi on this fallen tree. Absolutely loaded. All the different colorations. And even texture. You get in here and look at some of the smaller ones. Get up that one cliff. Go through this bit of land. And another little bluff. And then you see it's pretty clear to the ridge up there. Older. It's the size of a house. Complete with a little sunroom. Little game trail here. We're way up on the top of that bluff that I was going to have to climb earlier. Found a way around. Just following this little game trail. When we're getting up level is that it makes it hard to get back down a level if you need it. If this were flowing, it's something I would certainly want to see. Little stream coming straight through here. That would be a nice falls. And then that steps off straight down into the big creek itself. Be beautiful to kayak that, I think. May not look like much. It's very obvious to me an old campsite. I put stone on top here. I see that on a lot of the older campsites for some reason. Hide it maybe.